Good morning, dear students. Class 9th, Supplementary, Chapter 2nd, The Adventures of Toto. In last video lecture, we were talking about when grandmother used to give warm water to take bath for Toto. He slowly entered into the water to test the water and stepped his legs one by one and then up to his neck, and then once comfortable he would take the soap in his hand or feet and rub himself all over. And when he entered into the water up to his neck, after that he would take a soap. He used to take soap in his hands or feet and rub himself all over. Means he used to rub after sinking into the water. He used to rub with the soap himself all over. When the water became cold, he would get out and ran as quickly as he could to the kitchen fire in order to dry himself. And after having bath, he used to run towards the kitchen to dry himself. If anyone laughed at him during his performance, Toto's feeling would be hurt and he would refuse to go on with his bath. And after that, when he comes out and runs towards the fire, toward the kitchen, if anyone laughed at him during his performance, Toto's feeling would be hurt. He used to feel hurt and he refuses to go to take bath. One day, what happened? One day Toto nearly succeeded in boiling himself alive. And one day, by this activity, he was succeeded to boil himself alive as he entered into the warm water. A large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire and to boil for tea and Toto. A large kitchen kettle had been left. One large kitchen kettle was there and onto the fire to boil for a tea. And Toto, finding himself with nothing better to do, and he was thinking nothing better to do, means he entered when that big tea kettle was kept on the fire. He was finding with nothing better to do, decided to remove the lid, means cover. And when the kettle was kept onto the fire, he decided, he was thinking nothing was there to do for him, and he decided to open the lid, open the cover of the kettle which was kept onto the water, onto the fire, finding the water just warm enough for bath. And when he opened the lid of the kettle, he was finding the warm water to take bath. He got in with his head sticking out from the open kettle, and he got stuck in to that lid of the kettle. He felt warm and he is sticking out from the open kettle. This was just fine for a while until the water began to boil. And Toto then raised himself a little. When he felt warm, he raised himself a little, but finding it cold outside. And when he came outside, he felt very cold, and finding it cold outside, sat down again. And he sat down again when he felt cold outside of the water. He continued hopping up because he felt warm. Because he touched the lid of the kettle. He continued hopping. As he touched the lid and came out, felt cold. He continued hopping up and down for some time until grandmother arrived, and he started jumping because he felt warm, and until the grandmother arrived and hauled him. He continued his jumping until the grandmother arrived and carried out him, half boiled out of the kettle. Here the author is saying that if there is a part of brain especially devoted to mischief, that part was largely developed in Toto. He was always tearing things to pieces. Whenever one of my aunts came near him, he made every effort to get hold of her dress and tear a hole in it. When any of my aunts came near Toto, he used to get hold of her dress and tear a hole in it, in her dress. One day at lunchtime, a large dish of pulao stood in the center of the dining table. We entered the room to find Toto stuffing himself with rice. One day what happened? That was the lunch time. A large dish of pulao stood, means large dish of pulao was kept onto the table, dining table, and we entered the room to find Toto stuffing himself with rice. And as we entered into the room, we found him. He was filling himself with rice. My grandmother screamed, and as my grandmother saw him filling rice, she screamed, she shouted, and Toto threw a plate at her. One of my aunts rushed forward, and one of my aunt rushed towards him, and Toto threw a plate at her. When she rushed towards him, Toto threw a plate at my aunt. One of my aunt rushed forward and received a glass of water in the face, and second, one of my aunt rushed towards him. He received a glass of water in the face, means he threw a glass of water one of my aunt's face. When grandmother arrived, Toto picked up the dish of pulao and made his exit through a window. And when my grandmother entered to see him, the Toto rushed, having a plate of pulao. He picked up the dish of pulao and made his exit through the window, means he went out through the window. We found him in the branches of a jackfruit tree, and he rushed out of the window and was sitting on the branches of a jackfruit tree. The dish is still in his arms, and the dish he was having. He remained there all afternoon, eating slowly through the rice, determined not finishing every grain. He was eating very slowly. He determined not to finish the grain. And then, in order to spite grandmother, who had screamed at him, he threw the dish down from the tree. And after that, he threw the plate of pulao and chattered with delight, and he was chattering with happiness when it broke into 100 pieces. When he threw that plate of pulao, that had been broken into 100 pieces. Obviously, Toto was not a sort of pet we could keep for long. Even grandmother realized that we were not well to do and could not afford the frequent loss of dishes, clothes, curtains and wallpaper. And so grandmother found the Tonga driver and sold Toto back to him for only 3 rupees. Obviously here it is said that, and the author is saying that Toto was not a kind of pit we could keep for long, because even grandmother realized that we were not well to do and we could not afford the frequent loss of dishes, because they lost many things, dishes, clothes and curtains, etc., and wallpapers, etc. So here grandmother found that Tonga driver. One day grandfather found Tonga driver, he sold back him for only 3 rupees.